The U.S. will stop liquid natural gas exports, at least for now. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Will Dupree, in today for Jennifer Sanders. Critics are calling this a win for Russia. KSAN's Washington correspondent Jesse Tenora explains how we got to this point.
It's code red.
The White House says President Biden has ordered a stop to new liquid natural gas exports.
There's a long runway here, and we're taking a step back.
National Climate Advisor Ali Zaidi says the president is following the science on climate change and global warming caused by natural gas. Zaidi says the U.S. is already on track to double these exports because of projects already approved and under construction. These exports have skyrocketed as the U.S. urged European allies of Ukraine to stop buying Russian natural gas and buy American. In a letter to the administration, Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy and 24 other Republicans said without U.S. LNG exports, European leaders would have to decide between depriving their own citizens of energy or actively funding Russia's war on Ukraine.
Saying, sorry, U.S. gas is not going to be available to you when you need it the most.
Dustin Meyer with the American Petroleum Institute says the decision doesn't make sense.
To do it now, of all times, it just seems inescapable that the primary driver of this is, in fact, election year politics.
In a statement, President Biden stressed the U.S. will remain the world's top gas exporter.
He stands with our allies and partners.
If necessary, the administration can allow exceptions. The White House will not say, though, how long the freeze will last. In Washington, I'm Jesse Tenora.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. This news clip just came out about an hour ago about another poor decision, which should not be surprising to anybody at this time, or anymore, I should say, of Biden shutting down natural resources from Americans being able to, collect a paycheck and trying to help others out. And if you heard one of the people that are talking about it, one of his representatives is the one that's in charge of, dare I say, climate change and all the science. Like he said, Joe Biden is following the science. My thing with that is that Joe Biden can't even get off the damn stage after he finishes speaking on the damn podium without shaking some ghost's hand or reaching out to shake some ghost's hand. But before I continue, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to the channel. And I want to thank all my new subscribers and all my subscribers on YouTube and on Rumble. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel, I'll leave a link in my description to my Cash App and PayPal, and the link to my merch store, TrueOutlawPatriot.com. Okay, with that being said, a couple of things. So bear with me. I'm only going to play this news feed, but I also want to catch up on something else. Okay, so, with what's going on, okay, between Russia and Ukraine, you would think that Biden would get it through his head that if we take a stance here with our energy, okay, our energy resources, that it would kind of deplete or hurt Russia, so that Russia, in some way, shape, or form, would probably slow down its attack on Ukraine. That doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, now, this is all confusing, like this man just came out and said. And it's going to get a little more confusing. The clip is only about 6 minutes long. I already played about a minute 45 seconds. But if I had to guess, okay, now, anybody, leave a comment, please. Okay, leave me a comment. But, I remember when Trump was trying to do business with Russia and all these other countries, and it came to fuel and all that, and him opening up, all the oil fields. They said that Trump did this to benefit, all the big companies, and he was in bed with Russia, and all this, right? But as it seems right now, it seems that Biden, well, we all know that he's been in bed with Ukraine no matter what, but now he's in bed with Russia. And if you listen to what they say about the next three countries that are going to be involved in this, it makes you wonder, okay, Now, it doesn't make me wonder, because I already know that Biden is nothing but a traitor to this country. I mean, look what's happening at the border. Okay? I mean, I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. He's a flat-out traitor to this country. Plain and simple. So all you leftists that are going to come on and try to, give me a thumbs down or leave a little stupid-ass comment, I really don't care. I don't care. Because the president that you people hired, okay, the guy that you helped steal the White House, okay, steal the election, he's doing this. So if you're like some liberal in Texas and prices start going up and jobs start going down, your boy did that. He did it. On top of the millions of illegals that are coming in, your boy did that. Not Trump. Trump is too busy tied up in different courts, with Fani Willis, whose case is falling flat on her face. Now she might be impeached. With that bullshit lawsuit in New York, okay, where they just sued him for hurting some woman's feelings, $83.3 million lawsuit. Oh, because boo-hoo, somebody's feelings got hurt. Okay? No proof, okay, of the crimes that he supposedly committed. Meanwhile, the judge shut him down, shut down his whole, his lawyers down, his whole crew of lawyers, that they couldn't speak, at court. Which, in my opinion, that judge is on the take also. Nothing but a leftist communist judge, in my opinion. But I digress on all that. This has to do with Joe Biden and his climate change policies. Okay? He can't just leave fixed alone. No, he has to go and mess it up and say, "Oh, I'm trying to fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it." But that's the thing with the Democrats. They like to break things so they could keep filling, lining their pockets. But before I dissect this anymore, let's continue with this so you people can see what I'm talking about. Here we go.
May have a huge impact on Texas business. Nearly a quarter of U.S. natural gas reserves are here in the state. And just a few minutes ago, the Texas Railroad Commission Chair, Christy Craddock, issued a statement saying in part, quote, President Biden is scaling up his assault on America's energy industry to the profit and benefit of countries who are not our allies. This is...
Well, wait a minute. What did he just say? Really? Oh, but isn't that what everybody on the left said about Trump? That Trump was doing that? That's weird. But let's continue.
A major mistake. Joining us live right now is Glenn Hammer. He is the president and CEO of the Texas Association of Business. Glenn, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on. And Chairwoman Craddock is 100% right. I would go further. This is the worst decision of the Biden administration. It's a direct hit on the Texas economy, and it will devastate our allies in Europe. And yeah, it's good for Russia, it's good for communist China, it's good for Iran, it's good for North Korea. But it's...
Wow, did you hear those 4 countries? All communists. All communist countries. All the countries that they said that Trump was in bed with, okay, besides Iran, so let's not get that twisted. But, they said that, that Trump was, in cahoots with them, and that he was, lining pockets of, of all the big guys. All the big guys. But now the big guy that's in the White House now, okay, pun intended, now he's gonna go and hurt the people of Texas and the people of America, okay, trying to save the climate. But yet he's going to go and embolden 4 communist countries, okay? And in the name of what? Of helping who? Now, what's even more funny is that you've had Biden, his lapdog, press secretary, John Kirby, the rest of them, saying that no, Biden is encouraging drilling. He's encouraging this. He hasn't stopped anybody from drilling. He hasn't done anything like that. When in fact, all he did was give out the permits, but he has stopped these companies from drilling and bringing on the price of energy. Case in point, he's doing it again. But let's continue.
It's bad for the freedom-loving people on the planet.
Will this have any other state bear the brunt of this decision more than our state in Texas?
Texas and Louisiana will get hit the hardest because we're 1 and 2 in terms of LNG exports, but more natural gas is produced in Texas than any other state. So we will bear the brunt for sure. We have about 100,000 jobs tied up into natural gas. And let me just also say, it is false to say this is good for the climate. This will harm the climate because natural gas that we're exporting is oftentimes displacing coal, which has twice as much emissions. So this is going to make the climate situation worse. It's going to cost Texas jobs. It's going to harm U.S. economic and national security. And for our friends in Europe, people may be without power. So this is a tragically bad decision by the Biden administration, and they should reverse it immediately. And if they don't, the United States Congress should force their hand in any sort of supplemental. It doesn't make any sense to me to provide additional aid, for example, to Ukraine, which I think the Congress should do, if they're saying we can't export natural gas that our friends in Europe so desperately need.
I do want to highlight what some environmentalists are celebrating this decision. A statement from Dave Cortez, who's the director of the Sierra Club Lone Star chapter, wrote in part today, "Today's action is what these communities deserve, and it's what must happen to secure a future for our children when the worst effects of climate change can be mitigated." He goes on to say the Gulf South has historically been overlooked by other climate actions, so this feels like a much-needed decision. What do you say to that?
I say he's absolutely wrong. When you say climate change and global warming, what does that mean? It's a global issue. So if you're reducing the amount of cleanly produced natural gas and you're transferring it to, say, natural gas produced by Russia, which is trying to gobble up Ukraine and other European countries potentially, you're not doing anything to fight climate change. You're not doing anything to fight climate change if you're moving manufacturing activity to China, which uses a lot more carbon-intensive energy, mainly coal, to manufacture. This is bad for the climate. So he's dead wrong. This is a bad decision all around, and it will hurt President Biden politically as well, because Americans are going to see that this is going to hurt our allies abroad. It's going to help Russia. It's going to help communist China. It's going to help Iran. And oh yeah, by the way, has the administration noticed that there's like some wars going on in the Middle East and Europe, and China's getting ready to potentially gobble Taiwan, and we're going to be cutting off one of our great American strengths, and that's our natural gas industry. We want energy independence in the United States, and we want the ability to sell it to our friends.
We will have to leave
It's an un-American decision. It's really that bad.
All right, that again is...
Well, there you go, people. Okay. But no, the Biden administration, people on the left, you know, all these climate change activist morons, okay, they keep talking about, oh, you know, we have to secure, you know, the future for our children, for our children, for our children. Let me tell you something. Okay. Whether you believe in God, whether you believe in science, whether you believe that, you know what, that the planet started with a little particle and it just balled up together and it's doing its own thing. The planet has been here, okay, since God created it. Be it 2,000 years ago, be it 10,000 years ago, be it 1 billion years ago. Okay? This whole climate change agenda has gotten so far that people truly think that we're going to destroy the planet. We will destroy mankind. That we're capable of doing. But destroying the planet, it's God's creation. Okay? What they're trying to do is basically just destroy society. That's all these wicked people do. You know, the Democrats know they're losing. So let's just disrupt things a little more. Let's make some more money outside of the U.S. while the people in the U.S. go broke. Okay, jobs are lost. We'll throw a few dollars to all these climate change activists and let them have their, their party. Oh my God, we're doing the best thing for the planet. No, you're not. How is cutting off people's paycheck, cutting off resources to help other people in other countries, how is that saving the planet? Are you more concerned about the dirt? Then bury yourself. You're more concerned about the mountains and the dirt and the ocean? Jump in the water. Drown yourself. Bury yourself in the dirt. Jump off a damn cliff. Hide yourself in a freaking cave. If you care so much about the planet that you care about it more than human life, do that for the planet. Do that. It's like these maniacs in Davos that always talk about, we need to depopulate because there's too many people on the planet. Then show us. Prove it how much you love it. Prove how much you love humanity if you think that humanity is getting so overcrowded. Get online, grab a number, be the first one. Make some room. Make some damn room. But they won't. Because all of it is a farce. It's all about money, power, and control. That's all it is. And he says that this man here, that, what a move to make during an election season, because they know they're losing. What they're trying to do is make as much money as they can. The same goes with the immigration crisis that's going on. Millions of dollars being spent. I think in Chicago alone is, $28 million a month that they're spending on the illegal immigration issue. Okay? Putting them in neighborhoods that are already, that are just broken, instead of taking that money and building up those neighborhoods. No, they rather keep spending more money and not even fix it up and just crowd it with more people. It's all about the money. Has nothing to do with climate change, has nothing to do with saving the planet, saving humanity, caring about illegals, caring about Americans, has nothing to do with that. Nothing. That's the way these Democrats are. In every Democratic state, whenever they're in the White House, they always come up with a problem, and pretending they have the solution, getting everybody's mind all screwed up, talking about we're going to be the saviors. How can you be the savior if you're the ones that's starting all the destruction, all the chaos? Because it has nothing to do with helping anyone but themselves. And it's all about the money. That's how they're helping themselves. It's all about the money. All about the money, the power, and control that they can have. Not just here in America, in Canada, in the UK, worldwide. That's how they do it. They all get together and say, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to upset the masses. We're going to implement all these things. We're going to pretend that it's a problem, even though we're the ones creating it. And then we're going to pretend that we're going to come in like a knight in shining armor and fix it all up. And then we're going to put a nice little tag on it with a little bow, okay? And we're going to say it's in the name of, climate change, diversity, equity, inclusion. What else do we got? Global warming. Yeah, all these things. But, in the process, we're just going to screw over, our constituents, the citizens to our country, even our own. They'll never know because they're too busy, like that little kitten following that little bell. Ding, 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 just following them. Meow, 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 just following it. That's it. And then if anybody opposes them, we're climate change denier, global warming deniers, we're deniers and we're no good and we're far right. What about just being a human being and looking at what you're doing and saying, damn it, you're a moron. Cut it out already. Enough. And you're not even a moron. See, morons do things they just don't know. These are not morons. These are evil, wicked people. Plain and simple. And I said it before and I'll say it again. Biden is a traitor to this country. It's disgusting to call this man the president of the United States, the most powerful man on the planet. And he's a disgrace. He's a disgrace to this country. He's a disgrace to humanity for what he's doing. And what all these leftists are doing. Okay? These leftist politicians and these rhinos that are backing him up. People like him and Nikki Haley and Cheney and the rest of them. Okay? They don't care about humanity. They don't care about the climate. They don't care about the planet. They only care about their pockets. Their own pockets, okay? Power and control. That's it. Plain and simple. But anyway, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass it around, give it a thumbs up. If you can help support the channel, I'll leave a link in my description to my Cash App and PayPal and the link to my merch store, TrueOutlawPatriot.com. So remember, people, this isn't over by a long shot, especially with what's going on in Texas. Like I said, it's like a Mexican standoff out there now. Abbott's trying to, stand up for Texas and America, and Biden's like, no, you can't do that. We want the borders wide open. Wide open. Regardless of how many illegals or how many men, women, and children get hurt, whether you're illegal or an American, it don't matter to them. They don't care. They don't care. So remember, stay vigilant, keep praying, and keep praying for each other, and keep praying for this country. Peace.